We have arrived at a point in time in the sport of boxing that everything outside of the fighters competing at the highest level and entertaining the audience that support the sport have been pushed to the wayside. We have to question, do the powers that be really respect a fighter's worth? Let's talk about it. What's good, YouTube? Stormybman, and I'm back with another video editorial. This time the focus is on a fighter's worth. First, before we get started, I'd like to say shout out to the LDBC, the Lions Den boxing community, Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Understand that on the Stormybman channel, we are looking to pursue a subscribers drive where we can increase our numbers of people who have decided to roll with the Stormybman channel and the content that's produced here. Look for advertisement for that coming up in the near future. On the subject of a fighter's worth, we're seeing very consistently now across the board in the sport, it doesn't matter what weight division that you defer to, professional fighters who are talented, are moving in a positive direction with their careers, are seeing their opportunities stalled out. And it is due to a myriad of reasons. But at the end of the day, you cannot deny it comes down to the lack of consideration for the value that the fighter brings. Where did this really start to take hold of the sport? Seemingly, when certain fighters began to look toward going for undisputed, to be the foreclaimed best at their respective weight classes, the PTB began to tighten the collar of opportunities. We began to see certain fighters being frozen out of opportunities to be elevated within the sport through their merits, through combat, through accomplishing by overcoming and defeating adversaries. That has been taken off of the table. Fighters are no longer really judged on whom they've defeated and whom they've been able to take a title away from. They've been graced with the opportunity to receive franchise opportunities. They have been graced with the opportunity to advance to different weight classes to avoid scrutiny and the possibility of defeat by facing someone who may be on their level or levels above. Fans have gotten behind people that are participating in the sport, fighters, due to social media allowing so much more up-close access. But the fans have become delusioned by social media access and not the performances in the ring. So therefore, they don't hold the fighters accountable for the moves that they make. But it's not just the fighters. The promoters, the networks, the sanctioning bodies all have participated in this. So when you do get a real one who wants to compete, who wants the opportunity to advance themselves, to have legacy defining moments in their careers, those opportunities and paths are stifled. And the media does not cover it. It has become our job to do that. Have discussions. Put the word out about what's actually happening in the sport. Just this past weekend alone, I participated in several conversations on this very matter with specific names at the top of the sport involved in these said conversations. And the one thing that keeps coming up is the onus is on the fighter. The fighter has to take the opportunities and strike when the iron is hot. There are already too many stumbling blocks, detours, and overall just closed avenues that keep fighters from being the best that they can be. Who the public supports should be strictly up to the public. We don't need the influence of network analysts, networks that participate and promote and show the fights, even promoters who don't do their job as they once did, but they try to tell you who you should support or watch. It's all about the fighters, baby. When the fighters are getting in the ring and number one is taking on number four is taking on number 2, number 5 is taking on number 3, the sport advances because those are quality fights taking place, and the opportunity for the fans to see something special takes place when these fighters are asked questions of themselves and we find a way that they give us answers. But when these things do not take place appropriately, the sport becomes muddled and watered down. Why are you looking for someone outside of the top 20 to face in your next fight? Why are you taking 8 to 9 months to consider taking another bout? Even if a fight that you had didn't go but 3 or 4 rounds, you remain out of the ring for almost a year before coming back. And those are not only the titleists. These are contenders and pretenders and fringe contenders. It's a mess. But if you look at it at the core, you can define what is truly a fighter's worth. We need to talk about this. We need to put it out there. We need for people to understand. We need for the fighters and the promoters and the networks to understand. This is unacceptable. Let's raise the level of quality of the sport of boxing and get the best out of what they have to offer and what they can put on to show us. This is Stormybman. Leave thoughts and comments on this editorial. Let me know what you think. We have to get better, and we have to put the pressure on them. That's all I have for you at this time. Hit that like button, leave those comments, and let's discuss further. Until the next time we meet, everyone out there remain safe. And please, be good, and let's get boxing to a better place.